tapping the brakes. Used to run from my problems, now they sitting attached to my waist. They told me those years I spent rapping were nothing but sad. I imagine the actual waste. Now I'm in Texas, now my friends are the bestest. Now I be rapping with legends, ayy. I give a fuck what your records say. I own myself today, it's fuck 'em.
Disappear, grow tired. I don't fuck with no explanations. I expect to grow patient, but don't respect the whole pace of it. I pace a bit, I hate the shit. Forget a lot of things, I need a break from it. I'm still bottled up, I'm still chasing shit. Why? I don't know why. I don't even know an eighth of it. Don't reveal concern, that's some ain't shit. I got a meal I earned, I guess I'm making this. Sometimes I just need a break from this. Sometimes there's nothing I can take from this. So I'm all in, all in. I don't need to find my calling. I'm just by the time I'm stalling. Till I'm in the light, I saw it. I'm so tired, these words don't need to make sense. I don't think things through, I don't mean to play dead. I don't see hate spread, I still hear. Feel stay loud, never will hear, yeah, yeah, yeah.
This that big dick flow and deep performance. Fucking applause, I don't seek endorsements. Rather be supportive, what I deem important. Rather be recording, rather seek reward and experiences. Rather be something more than I am. Where I'm not calling on land, but my worth in my hands. To fill holes deep in the dirt from concerns I can't stand when I talk about this shit. When I talk about a life 40 times this year. Why do I walk the line all the time with ain't shit? Yeah, I'm supposed to be S tier. Close in yourself, fear falling apart. Fall in the dark is all I ever do. I've grown bored of this art. Surely I'm smart, and maybe my brain falling short of my heart. The shore isn't far, yeah. Your assessment don't affect my value. They will let you keep your worst to pull the bestest out you. But they only ever press cause the less without you. Let the pressure vacuum, don't accept the shackles now.
Show 'em what you got now. Show 'em you won't bow down.
To them, they're my weakest days. My frequencies go louder, right.
The sparkles darken, I've seen control disperse. I thought you knew the secrets, that you controlled the earth. When we was young, you told me you'd hold my hand in John. I didn't know you let me fall when your shit cramping up. I'm sinking through the ink, I feel it closing in. You tried to nurse my wound when you had broke the skin. I trade his oldest sin, his hands through the garbage. I watched you lie to me while we danced through the carnage. Pull me close, the stars darting, big things are even bigger now. I thought that I could fly away, you sat and watched me hit the ground. It's all different now, the pace has got me pacing. I guess that's what I get for fucking chasing what I'm chasing. What's it mean?
Used to wonder how to cope, ponder how to float. How do I adult? Climb inside the boat. Why do I emote? My kaleidoscope stuck inside the blues. Can't deny my role. I'll just thrive, I don't. I feel tired, yo. I need Tylenol. Look, I'm not likable. I'm unreliable. That's undeniable. Nope. Turns out once the curtain's down, the tooth fairy's dead and their words cast out. Childish bricks in the dirt glass house. Ash and wings that can surpass clouds. Turn back now. The illusion isn't worth it. They will fail to reach the sky, give up, then claim to choose the surface. For some, the ego wins the crown, but there is no descending. So once the guillotine goes down, what's left is but resentment. I'd rather be what I'm about and choose not to defend it. Don't strive to please nobody's nobody now, so I don't need pretending.
What it be, what it don't, I can see through the floor. What it be, what it don't, I can see through the floor. What you do, I don't know, but now I'm left to pick my body off the floor. Let's fucking go, say what you do. I don't know, but now I'm left to pick my body off the floor. Like where'd you go, say what you do. I don't know, but now I'm left to pick my body off the floor. Let's fucking go, say what you do. I don't know, but now I'm left to pick my body off the floor. Like where'd you go.
I was on the brink, barely skating by. So was not in sync, wouldn't dare to make it right. Holding on to cycles, I could not focus on design. With thoughts so hopeless on my mind, my heart got broken up with time. I guess I focused too much effort on some opens to never come. I spit out notions I don't want, but it tastes too gross to buy my tongue. It's half of this and half of that. I'ma blame it there, I'ma fight this back. All these arrows point to me, I'ma hang in there till the ice get cracked. Look, it's part-time like Moses. It's hard to battle psychosis. I know depth, I'm out of my oceans. I grow best to fight in my own sense. I pretend, but my love has never been endless. Fuck these limits, I got limits. Who am I without my whole image? I don't know, but time will tell. As I grow older, find more L's, but I feel closer to my whole self, so I'm less concerned if the rhymes don't sell. Look, it's true, your love still mattering too, but I need some room, don't gaslight me. I don't want these patterns to loom, just give me half and let me have my piece.
Show me what you have, and I'll show you have that. Nothing notable, please don't pull my mask back. There always is a vast gap between my goals and facts, yeah. I fall before the last slap, going la 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 la. See, I'm the type to do a little and then think I did a lot. Moving halfway down the rainbow, don't won't let you get the pot. Yo, they say the world's a stage and that the player pays the clock. I can improvise my lines long as I don't forget the plot. Or maybe fuck it, I should flip the script and rip it up. Forget this shit, but risking it is frightening. Scared that I can't commit for shit. They dreaming about being a better person is a sedative. I'm at the point where anything but action is irrelevant. So fuck my rhetoric, that shit be never working in words. I'll pretend I try my best, I lie, but I remember all the energy I put inside my fight before I mince words. So if I can't reach the finish line, then why don't I surrender? Though I doubt that I could do that right too. I will reach a half point using half my IQ. What an asinine move. Have the man that I knew sipping from a cracked half empty glass that I use. Show me what you have, and I'll show you have that. Nothing notable, please don't pull my mask back. There always is a vast gap between my goals and facts, yeah. I fall before the last slap, going la 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 la.
I squib kick my bad habits, now they back and they better. Scribble doodles on the quarterlies and act like they clever. I'm on my John Wayne pow pow, the long range powwow king. Everything I disavowed, I'll sing. For you it's simple, there's a plan and there's a follow through the capture. Lost in translation, had to follow through the captions, but we bonded through the rations, felt like actual kings. This is more to me and you than just a tag we can ring up. What up, Chuck? PBJ with the crust off, trying to talk business. Who could say what's an up, dog? Got him scraping from the bottom. If the Suicide Squad had tried to escape from out of Gotham, who could stop him? A rich white dude, probably high. Up at the cabin, I just might do Molly high.
My God. It is. I hate starting. It never goes well. I'm never emotionally prepared. But that is none of your business, I think. So, shh. Thank you. Anyway. Hi. How are we all doing? That can go. This can go. We're just sketching right now. Oh my god. Missed you. Glad you're back in my circle besides on Twitter. How are you doing? I am redoing all my Twitch graphics. Rookie. I know. I don't. I am glad to hear. I don't really. I was gonna pretend I didn't know what we were doing today. But in reality, I'm gonna force you all to watch me do Twitch graphics as a treat. I don't think I'll play Metal Gear Solid, but maybe. We will certainly see. I didn't even really want to go live today, to be honest. But I go live so little. I felt obligated, so here we are. Okay. So I have some notes on all of the don't look at that side. Not that you could read it, it's really small, but anyway. For all of my graphics or whatever, which is primarily the panels or whatever. Underneath. Which I think look like ass. They don't. They're fine. But like, they're fine. You know what I mean? They're not good. Blech. But anyway, so I'm redoing them. And each one, as is written right here, I'm sort of leaning away from the Galaga theme I gave myself for... I really didn't think that through, to be honest. But I'm moving on to a like a arcade theme more. If you can't see it now because I'm live, but I have a new background. Now, okay. You have to look at the background. Hold on, let me pull it up. It is a arcade carpet because I'm hot, basically. So I'm leaning into the arcade thing fully, as opposed to just... Okay. There. So this is the carpet pattern. So it looks like this bigger. And I love it so much. Thank you. It's so cool. It's not diagonal. I tried to make it repeat diagonally, but I don't really know how to do that. So I didn't, which is fine. Maybe someday. But I spent way too much time on my oh, I do not like you seeing that. Hold on. Not that it matters. Oh shoot. The fuck? There we go. There we go. Whew. Okay, I'm gonna open file recent. Here. This is obviously the offline screen. It took so disgustingly long because it was really hard to get the carpet to not overtake the offline thing. So the carpet's really light. So I have like 6 layers on top of it, and it's also like really light now. I have 17 unnecessary layers, which is really fun because I was working on it for hours yesterday. And thank God I had a dentist appointment. A surprise dentist appointment, because otherwise I literally never would have finished it. Because I would have been I would have been working on it to this day. Because of how horrible and okay, we're getting a new layer. Or not. Hey, Candace, I'm killing myself. Can you tab, please? Thank you. Okay. So now we're working on panels. Because I feel like that was what I was supposed to be working on originally. I'm also gonna redo the in-between, like that one. I just noticed it doesn't fade anymore. Okay, that's better. Because I found a new transition type. You can like add like an animated thing to like come across the screen and like transition between or whatever. Which is cool, and I like because I noticed Scott had it. So I wanted to do that. Unfortunately, that means I'll have to animate my whole transition, and I can animate, sure, but that doesn't mean I'm good at it. So that'll be a bit of a struggle, and it might be a while before I get the... Because, like, in between the starting screen and whatever I have going on, here, like the normal, like the game. Oh my god. I could do like a coin, like someone putting a coin in a insert coin thing, but that's a little ambitious. And also, I don't know if you can do transitions for just one thing, you know what I mean? Because it looks like the transitions, like the scene transitions, are just like you just have one. So I don't know. I'll have to figure out a transition. We will see. But in the meantime, we're doing panels because that's easier. I don't like this color. Someone do something. Actually, good thing I opened my Photoshop file for this because I need the colors from this. Window, view, clear. That's all of them, I think. So it's the red. Ooh. There we go. Red. Pink. Purple. Yellow. Green. Blue. dark blue. So this is... I need to organize those better. It's gonna bother me that they're not in rainbow order. Oh, thank you. I don't think there's anything to save right now, but I appreciate it nonetheless. Okay, yellow, green, blue, blue. How are you doing? It is a delight to see you as always. Okay, pink looks about there. I love you too. It has been, what? Almost a week. Missed you. Okay. You disgust me. I can't believe you would do that. Okay, I hate when I misselect. It pisses me off. There we go. As always, and I appreciate it. Okay, so there's that. We can get rid of this. Say goodbye forever. Where is that? What did I say? Oh wait. Delete. Erase. Beautiful. Okay. So I am feeling okay. I would say it has. It got bad for like a couple days there, but I slept really well last night. It was great. I slept in so many positions, and they were all comfortable. I missed that. It was so nice. I'm glad to hear. The weekend is rapidly approaching, and that's always good for people who have more things to do than I do. So, you know, sleep is rough. I can only wish that kind of sleep for everybody. Okay, so we have our colors. This was my original idea. Because, so, in the notes, my, I have different images for each panel to keep it, like, visually interesting. Because I want to, as a treat, I just realized that my offline screen doesn't match the blue anymore. Do I care, do you think? I don't think I do. I don't. It's fine. It's fine. Okay, so we're gonna sketch out each panel. Just like quick composition things, because God, that doesn't sound very fun. Maybe some melatonin would help. Perhaps. Some forced sleep. My sister tried that for a hot second. I don't know that it worked, to be honest. Okay, here we go. Okay. I have... How many do I have in the big style? 3. So, no way, Photoshop. No one cares. Okay, so you've got chat rules, about me, and schedule. Oh god, that's awful. Maybe some forced sleep for you two. Just get someone to hit you really, really hard, and then you'll go to bed. That'll be a pleasant night's sleep for sure. Okay. So he's got I really wish there was a beautiful. No. Okay. This is generally the size. It's not going to be the real thing, so we'll just work with this for now. The text could... Okay, so... Damn. That sucks. So my suggestion was correct the whole time. Wow, I'm a genius. I should become a sleep therapist or something. I don't know. Real good joke. I'm really funny. Okay, anyway. So the text goes up here, of course. So that's standard. Thank you. I hope it's wrinkly too. That's an important brain quality to have. So the text looks like neon, so I'll add little... I don't know that I want... Hold on, let me look up... Stop. Neons. Neon signs. Sometimes it's like squared off. That is just a neon sign of a penis, so that's really fun. Oh, yuck. Chronic headaches suck so bad. I used to have them when I was a kid all the time. It took forever to figure out a good way to get rid of them as fast as possible so I could function throughout the rest of the day. So I feel that blows so bad. Hi, Among Us neon sign. That's fun. Okay, yeah, I'm not finding any examples of what I was talking about, so never mind, I guess. Mind ease. Okay. So it's neon and it's glowing. Great. Which I guess would... Hold on. This will just be the color for now. Where's the shape tool? Here it is. Okay, that is a circle. Thank you for trying. Oh, wait. Oop. Okay. One of the things I don't like about the original panels is that they have, like, harsh corners. I don't like that. Big fan of rounded corners. So that'll be step 1. It doesn't matter too much. We're just composing right now. Okay. I have a question for you. With a big... Yes. 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 I love ass. In every aspect of life. Okay, but so I have a question. So, my friend has been updating me on a fella that I hate. Due to like whack shit he did in high school. I won't go into specifics, but it was a long time ago, so you know, who cares? But my friend is still in contact with this guy. Unfortunately for him. And a little bit for me too. So he recently managed to start dating this one girl. That didn't do anything. Anyway. I'm disgusted by the... Anyway. He recently got with this girl who is an artist. That is all that's relevant for you in regards to this question. And so he is in a Discord server with my friend, and this server isn't a particularly friendly place. If you catch what I'm saying. So he posted his girlfriend's art, and I think it's okay. It's nothing like phenomenal. But it's nothing horrible either. Unfortunately, this server is naturally biased against this guy and they're willing to be assholes. So he posts his girlfriend's art in this server and it gets critiqued. They were valid critiques. I will not lie to you. But it was critiqued. So, with this in mind, if, as an artist, if you created something and your boyfriend went into a server that isn't necessarily a friendly place to show it off, how would you feel about that? Like, I'm just curious. Because, like, I don't know. I wouldn't like someone running around sharing my art and bragging about it as if they had any right to do that. It feels weird to me, but I don't have a significant other. So maybe it's like normal behavior. You know what I mean? Offended? Yeah. Yeah, see, that's what I was thinking. It's like if I didn't express... I'm not sure. I don't talk to her for, reasons. She's not a great person either, but that's not a significant part of the story. But it did seem as if it was without her permission. So... it was kind of a weird, scummy thing to do. But then all the dudes in this server didn't act great either. I don't know. And despite my connection to a lot of the people in this situation, I was just curious about what we would have to say about that. Because the root issue I would have if I put myself in the shoes of these people, I wouldn't have shared the art in the first place. I get hot and bothered when I see people share commissions that they got from other people on their own account. Even if it's with permission, it still skeeves me out. So like if I bought a piece of art from somebody else and I posted it on my account, even if I credited them, I don't like it. Blech. Yuck. Nasty. Because I don't know, it's not their art. I don't like that it would go on their account as a post, you know what I mean? Because then, especially if it got really popular on that person's account, even with credit, there's gonna be significantly less people clicking on the account name to look at who made it because it wasn't posted on the account who made it. You know what I mean? I don't know. Not a fan of commission posting, but that's just me. I don't think I would allow people who commissioned me to post it elsewhere. Like if they wanted it to be like a profile picture or like a banner or whatever, that's fine. You bought the picture, it's yours technically. But I don't know. Posting it on your account, that's the line for me, I think. I don't know that I'd like that very much. Yuck. Okay. We literally have colors, daily reminder. Really doing me dirty on the overlay aspect here, but whatever. So about me, it's supposed to be joysticks. Oops. I almost did buttons. Whoop. Probably red would make the most sense. Maybe more than one joystick on a arcade cabinet. Hold please, as I Google it. Arcade cabinet. Hello. Also hello. How are you doing? It's good to have you. Oh wait, literally sometimes claw machines have 2 joysticks. I'm so goofy. And there's also multiplayer cabinets. I'm so dumb, LMAO. Whatever. So maybe a nice red one. Purple is bad. Oh. Do you have allergies? That sucks. It's been really nice outside lately. Maybe pink. What the hell? Oh. Dumb. Stupid. Okay, there we go.
Shit, I'm sick of me. Suicide in my periphery. I don't know why Jay stick with me. Right now, I'm simply do or die.
Weird.
Who am I? I'm confused.
Red and green is bad. Red and purple's bad. Red and blue makes sense, so we'll do that.
But instead of cheese, I only got the blues, so I'm just working. Life hard, bro. But if I don't go to work, I might.
Aww. I love flowering trees. They're so pretty. I think we have one in the front yard, but it's been... She's trying to be spring. She's trying really hard. It's just now starting to get warm again. But let me check the weather. The last time I checked, it was supposed to snow. That's the calculator, not the weather. I'm really good. Okay. Rain. Rain. Nope. It looks like it's supposed to stay warm. Thank God. I was tired of winter. And do not get it twisted. I really like winter. But it was kind of a pathetic winter this year. It was like, it didn't, It didn't snow for Christmas. And I think that's primarily why I'm upset. If I'm honest with you. It was all cold, no snow, yeah. And I don't mind it being cold. I really like fall. But it stopped being fall, really fast. Like, it wasn't pretty fall, you know? It stopped being, like, pretty red and orange, and then it started being brown and, like, gray and sad. I'm sorry you have bad taste in seasons. That's real sad. Get well soon. Oh, it's the Southern. My condolences. Real sad. But yeah, I like, ugh. I like White Christmases. You have to give me White Christmas, otherwise I'll be upset and angry. To fly. So 2 joysticks as a treat. I'm sorry, you're right. Excuse me, excuse me. But it's always whack. Yeah, it's pretty and nice. I like winter because it's always so calm and like everything is like in bed. Winter is like tucking nature in bed. You just put a little snow and you tuck all the animals into bed. They hibernate for a while, and the trees, they all go to sleep, and everything is quiet and calm, and everything's in bed asleep. So I emotionally am also in bed asleep. And it's really nice. You just get to sit and watch it, and it's chill and pretty and quiet. Okay, shoveling it is hell. There are aspects of winter that are disgusting and awful and horrible, such as shoveling snow. Worst thing to ever happen to literally anyone. I don't do that very often, though. That's mostly my parents' thing. Haha. I don't avoid it every year, but this year it didn't snow enough for me to have to. Which was cool. But shoveling it does suck. Damn, that's rough. Get well soon. Move out. If you live in an apartment complex, you don't have to. Oh my god. I want to live on a hill. What the heck? We have a really shitty hill. Oh. Okay, that is really cute. Oh my god, I watched a video where there was like a guy shoveling snow. Oh, thank you. There was a guy shoveling snow. Panel concepts. Forgot what I was typing for a second there. That's the fucking spirit, baby. I hope you find a cheap one that doesn't suck and is minimally infested. I don't know anything about apartment buildings. But is minimally gross, perhaps even nice for cheap. Are you gonna have a roommate or anything, or is it just you? The dog. Someone was shoveling snow, and the dog was like, so the man was shoveling with his shovel. And the dog was like walking backward. And the man scooped it up and then put it on the dog. And the dog was like, "Yay, snow!" And it was really cute. So maybe shoveling isn't all that bad if you have a cool dog. A lot of people hate driving in it. Unfortunately, the vibe overtakes me emotionally, and I'm like, yeah! Yeah! Yeah, it was on Twitter. I don't know if I retweeted that or not, but it was on Twitter. So if you saw that, good. Everyone deserves. Yeah. Doggy! What a fun dog. Ugh. Dogs may be scary, but... Okay, clipping group. That makes sense. Jade. Little. It's good. Yes, I'm still listening to the music. Piss off. Driving says. Yeah, it mostly sucks though if the roads are super icy, but like, it's so pretty to look at, and I don't go very many places as it is, so there's not a lot of snow variation. So I have to look at the same snowy spot all the time, so leaving to look at other snowy areas is nice. Oh, damn. Maybe soon, though. I'll move in with you, dude. On my way. But it is nice to have some place to yourself, I think. Weird. Weird. Yes. Yeah, that's another shitty part of winter, I think. Is the that. But, you know, what can you do? Turn Hill. With perseverance and tenacity, all things can get out of the snow. Shine. That's good. Water. Okay. Hard marker. Why? Okay, whatever. You get the gist. It's joysticks. There's 2 of them. Okay. Oh, that went well. Whatever. Okay, so now the text. Let me look back. I'll probably change my about me a little bit. It's a bit outdated. I haven't drawn fan art of things I enjoyed in years. And by years, I mean it's been like a year. I draw whatever the hell I want now. So that'll change. It'll probably get shorter as a result. So I might have to add something here. So that'll be the text. No, that's too bright. Bit.
Walking around on eggshells, think you suckers civilized. Spat out something edgy, think you suckers slick as ice. Your dribble got me all exasperated, thinking twice about my own decisions to step forward, share my feelings fine. Yeah, I'm a hypocrite, but I can hate you still as well as self. At least I don't try sharing every little thought I've ever felt.
I don't know. Fucking gross. Probably need help. Oops. Love you. How are you doing? I hate it. I think. I'm pretty good. We're just concepting out my panels and talking about winter. I think that's died down though. So, you know. Can I? Thank you. Maybe I add actual text and see how that goes. Definitely not that. Give me Futura. Yeah. Light is a little too late. I love eating snow. Ugh. I watched like a 3-minute long TikTok during the winter. It was like, here's how you make some like weird treat out of snow. It was like they added like sugar and like milk and shit, so they made ice cream out of snow essentially. I don't want to say ice cream, but it was something like that. It was really, I wanted to try it so bad. Yeah, it was really long, really funny. But yeah, snow cream. I love you, snow cream. Okay. Oh, ew. What the fuck? Okay, whew. That was weird. News. Oh my god. That sounds a bit precarious. There's you. Oh, bye. Have a good time. Okay, I am a Twitch streamer. Wow. Super cool. I do cool things. You should watch. Hell yeah. Okay. That feels good. That's a good about me. Okay, so knock that down. Resize. I kind of like it behind the thing a little bit. Whoops. Okay, and then we want the 80s one. About me. We need to knock this up. 200 maybe. Maybe a nice 175. Not 2,175. Oh god. Whew. Well, I'm glad everyone got out of that okay. If everyone's alive still, we'll call that a win. It's like the bit in the Christmas Vacation movie. Christmas Vacation. Where he puts like fucking spray on the bottom of the pan and then he goes I mean it's like, you know, cartoonishly fast, but it's fun anyway. Neither have I. Sledding is fun. I don't think it's snowed like enough for sledding here for it to be viable. But I'm sure it was fine at like an actual sledding hill, which we have. Okay. Okay, I actually have to like do an intro. So let me try again here. 50 maybe? Okay, 50 is good. I'll copy mine kinda. Just directly into a vat of trees. That's good. Okay. I like this font. Like a lot of it. That's tough. We'll deal with that in a minute. Hi, Dex. I am
He was crying quietly,
draws,
softly. The tears fell from his eyes like water from a
plays
fountain.
games, and does. Draws, plays games, reacts, and so much more! I don't have any. I keep it various. No, I won't say that. The only thing you have to read is the ditch at the bottom of the hill. Oh god. That's scary. It's like just like a 10-foot drop off right at the end. Probably not literally, but that'd be so funny. Okay. Racer, draws, plays games, reacts, and so much more. I hope you enjoy your stay. Now we can find I hope you find a place here in my funky little community. I am housing. LMAO. Okay. Writing about myself is hard. I'm funny and sexy, obviously. Follow the channel. Ugh. Just imagine hitting that ditch. Flying in Africa. That would be so cool. A kid's dream, certainly. Like you just float. Goodbye, Earth. See you later. Okay. I'm housing is so funny. Okay. My funky little community. I love you. Bye. Yeah, introductions are so bad. It's like in school when you go to like the first day of school. You go to school and you've been talking to these people for like years. If you've been going to the school for a really long time. And the teacher's like, for my own personal benefit, please introduce yourselves individually. Tell me your name, and a cool fact about yourself. And if you're in college, they add, like, what degree you're shooting for or whatever. We had to do that in my, digital painting class. Oh my god, it was so bad. Everyone, as soon as somebody mentioned their pet, it was all downhill from there. Because then everybody was like, yes, I will mention my pet. I was no different. Because I was struggling to find another thing. Because when I was in high school, it was like, oh, I like to draw. But I'm in a digital painting class. No shit, you like to draw. Dumbass. Obviously. Goofy. Oh, I know what you're talking about. Like the flood ditch or whatever. Yeah, introductions are awful. It's yum, delicious, real cool. Cause mine ended up being like, I like a game called Stardew Valley, and I have a cat. Someone asked me what kind of cat it was, and I was like, cat? Type cat? I don't know. I don't know cat flavors. Who do you think I am, a dog person? Get out of here. You disgust me. And then she continued to be annoying, so I don't know what I expected there, but, you know. She was like, what color is it? And I was like, brown. Oh god, I'm not particular. It's weird. If you put me in a situation where I have to be personable, but I have the option to choose in other situations, I'll be nice. Like, I went to the dentist yesterday. I'm not a very like, oh, let's talk since we're here. I'll normally shut the fuck up, do the dentist stuff, and then leave. You know what I mean? But this time I was like talking to her and we were interacting. It was weird. I think having a job helps with that a lot. Because I was really bad. I was socially inept, perhaps, when I was in high school. But now that I have a job and I have to do customer-facing stuff, going to, like, the doctor, the dentist... This isn't always true. If I feel uncomfortable initially, like I've had to go to the doctor's office, like, by myself, which is terrifying. But my dad and my brother were there for the dentist appointment, so I was already comfortable and relaxed. So going in by myself was fine because I was already comfortable. You know what I mean? Social situations are something that can be so variant. Like me, a Twitch streamer who... Okay. The longer you're there, the better you will get. That's how it was for me. I have a feeling it will probably help. it does suck. Because a lot of, like, if you're customer facing, you will get assholes. But talking to strangers does get easier, even if you're on, like, a script that you give yourself. Because that's what I've done. Because I work at a restaurant, so it's all the same. You know, like, you get on the phone. I hate phone calls. I hate phone calls. But I do them so often at work that the work ones are fine. As soon as you ask me to call my doctor's office or something, I'm like, Mom, can you call the doctor for me, please? Oh, I love you, bye. I'm not actually keeping that, I was just writing that. That's not the full thing. The phone, so bad. This so bad. Ugh. I hate. I actually had, I called the, doctor's office for my top surgery or whatever, and oh god, it was awful. All of the people who worked at the place that I went, I had no other option for top surgery, because he was the only guy in the state that I didn't need a letter from a therapist to prove that I'm transgender enough. He didn't care. He was like, so long as you're over 18, I will do whatever you want. So I was like, sick. Let's do that, guy. And my parents, who didn't know that it was top surgery and thought it was, breast reduction, I got home and my mom was like, oh, you cut all of it off. And I was like, yeah. So that was fun. Yeah. There's a website. There might be one closer to you. I don't remember what the website was, but I can look it up for you later if you'd like me to. But there is a website that has a list of doctors, and like different things about them. So one of them was the no required thing, and I think and then they give you like the price range-ish. Yeah, I'll try to find it again. It was a really helpful website because it not only had a list of doctors, it was also like, just general information about, surgery, of any type, I think, if I recall correctly. Really helpful website, went on it exactly once to figure out which doctor I needed to go see, and I really, really, really needed one within the state, because I couldn't be like, yeah, I need to go out of state to get a breast reduction when I could have done it in state. You know what I mean? Like, that would have been harder to explain. But thank God he was in the state. Unfortunately, he sucked. The lady who worked his phone and, like, front desk, like, his customer-facing stuff, she was fun to talk to. Oh my god. I just saw your, bookstore thing. Definitely do that. Bookstore job, very good. Yeah, her name was Lori. I hated Lori. She sucked so bad. I didn't like talking to her at all. The entire it was a bumpy ride. I'm glad it's over and I don't have to talk to any of them again. Because the first time I called them, right? And I was like, hi. Okay. It didn't even start with the phone call. I looked him up. It said to email. And I was asking about a consultation because his consultations were free. So I wanted to make sure that he could do what I needed him to do. Because I was a triple D before now. So it was a bit rough. but I wanted to make sure he could handle that much boob disappearing. Yeah. It was, whew. My sister's a G, so if that puts things into perspective, it's, you know, genetic. But anyway, so I emailed him, and he didn't get back to me for like a month or so. I have no idea. My grandma said it was her side of the family, so whew, that's rough. But they're gone, thank God. I'm 10 pounds lighter, God bless. But so I emailed and he didn't respond for a month, and I literally couldn't go anywhere else. So I emailed him like 2 or 3 more times. Okay, that's a lie. So I emailed him the first time. He responded within a day or so. And then I had like a couple of questions. Well, okay, the first time he told me to take pictures, and send them so he could do a consultation. He never responded to that. Or no, he didn't. Because then I had to send like 2 or 3 more emails after that. So I waited like a month or so for him to finally respond. At this point, it was like the middle of June. And he finally says, it's fine. The incisions will be a little close together, but we should be able to keep it in. We should be able to do 2 incisions. You'll be fine. And I was like, okay, thank you. So that was it. That was all he said, and then repeated all of the other information that he said in his original email. Piss poor grammar. Very copy paste. I mean, it wasn't piss poor grammar. It just looked bad for some reason. I think it was just the formatting. It was all squished together, and it was really small text, so it just looked bad. So email's done, and he's like, in the second email, where he repeated everything he said in the first one, which I already knew, like I'd already known all that information. I wanted the ability to ask questions, because I thought that's what a consultation was. I didn't get that. Whatever, he apparently gets people from all over the world, probably for loads of different reasons. He's apparently really good. I get the second email, and he's like, call Lori at this number if you want to set a date or reserve a date, because you have to pay $500 the first time when you make that first call to reserve a day, and that $500 is non-refundable. So as soon as I paid that $500, it was done. Like, I was not, this was it. I'm not wasting $500 to not show up to this appointment. So $500 is in. I make this call. It was awful. I was like shaking really bad. I didn't want to be calling because I hate phone calls. They fucking suck, especially with strangers. And she was not pleasant to talk to. So she's going through it, and it was terribly embarrassing. I had no idea what to expect. I didn't know how far out they were booked, because I didn't know how this worked. So she was like, yeah, you know. But so the lady, asks me, so she asks me my name, like the name I emailed under. And unfortunately, it's the email that I used was my Dex Floor email. So my last name in the email was Floor. So I said that was what my name I remember saying in the email that was my last name. And she got a little confused. She was like, Floor? And I was like, yeah, that's my email. So she put that down, and I went by my Twitch name the whole time. It was so humiliating, really. But whatever. Whatever. She was like, and I was, and she was like, is that what you want to be called? And I was like, that's not my legal name. And she was like, that's okay, I know, we want to know what you want to be called. And I was like, okay, that's fine. Because I was still shaky and super nervous, so I wasn't gonna correct her and be like, I don't want to be called that. But whatever. So last name is Floor now. Fine. Whatever. I get off the call after so she was, okay. She's like, when do you want your surgery to be? And I was like, I don't know. June? Because it was the middle of June. So I was like, June would be nice. Not realizing that they'd be booked way out. Because I had never done this before. This was the first, like, pretty typically my mom handles all the, like, appointments or whatever for, like, the doctor and shit. So I had never had the ability to pick my own day, so I didn't know how far out it would be. So I was like, June? And she was like, of next year, and I was like, when's your soonest appointment? And she was like, the 28th of February, and I was like, okay, so I've got a little bit of waiting to do, huh? So I was like, that's fine. Put me down for that. Because I didn't really have any plans. Like, big plans that fell on the 28th. So I was like, fuck it, just do that. And she was like, okay, give me your credit card information, and you're good to go. So I gave her my $500. She had me text a picture of my credit card to the doctor, which was not pleasant for me. I was like, my credit card? And but I did it anyway, because, you know, that's what she wanted. So I messaged it to the guy, and he was like, okay, thank you for your credit card. Nothing's happened, so yeah, I'm talking about the whole process. But nothing happened, so they did only take the $500 and nothing else happened after that. And so at this point, I'm like, wow, great. And I forget about it for months. January rolls around and I'm like, I'm progressively getting more anxious as we get closer. Oh, it was like January and February were the worst. Like late January, I was like, okay, looking. Because because it was $6,400 total. So minus the $500, it was $5,900. And I could have made small payments over the course of the time I had. It was like, what, 6 months? I can't count. Don't count. Doesn't matter. The amount of months I had. I could have done that. But I didn't want to call again because it went so shit the first time. So I eventually sicked it on someone else, and that someone else just so happened to be Grace. I didn't want to call, so she ended up sitting at work, went out into the parking lot to sit in her car on hold with the surgery place because they went on break for the holiday season. So like early January, you know, and they came back like mid-January for some reason. Like, whatever, you know. Doctors need time off as well, even if he's a for-profit plastic surgeon. But that's none of my business. I benefited from my services, so I can't take the moral high ground there. But she ended up paying it off for me. Thank God. I don't think I would have been able to. But so, whatever. So February finally rolls around. Then I have to wait through all of February because it's the very last day of February. So the week arrives, we leave the Sunday before, me and a friend of mine, because I wasn't letting my parents come. Absolutely the fuck not. So, we left the Sunday, and so Monday, it was at, like, noon when the surgery was at, so I was sitting there watching my friend play a video game, desperately trying to keep it together. Oh god, it was awful. That would have been horrible. Because then it would have been years out. Or non-existent. Oh god, that would have sucked. But so... My phone was charging across the room, and apparently it vibrated so quietly I hadn't heard it, because I never, ever, 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 ever have my phone on. And so, like, sound. So I have it over there, it's charging. My friend starts getting a phone call, and he picks it up, talks for a minute, and then hands it over to me. And I'm like, oh, good. So I'm like, hello? And it's Lori. And I'm like, oh, good. My favorite person to talk to. I've talked to her once. Still, wasn't glad for it. So, well, no, that's a lie. I talked to her twice, because she called me the day before my pre-op. Because I got a pre-op email telling me what all I needed to do before I got there. Like, what I needed to bring, what I needed to wear to surgery, etc., etc. So it was just like a loose zip-up hoodie that I could slip on and off really easy or whatever. So they could put it on without issue after surgery was over. And so she is like, hey, if you could, keep your phone on, that would be really cool. Also, we're moving surgery to 12:30. Dude, it sucked so bad that they moved it to 12:30. Because I was already super anxious, I wanted to get it over with, and the fact that they moved me even further out into the middle of the day, it was awful. So, whatever, we sit around for a little bit longer, and we pack up, and we go. And so, during that phone call, she was like, if you could please call us, when you get here, that would be great. Because it was probably like a COVID thing, you don't want to... It was a tiny building, so honestly understandable. So she was like, if you could call us when you get there, that'd be great. So we get there at 12:20. We were a little early because, you know, I don't think I could have sat there any longer. So we get there early, and we call, and Lori's like, Dex, of course, you must be here. And I was like, yes. Because I think she had my caller ID at this point. And I was like, yes, that is correct. And she was like, okay, great. I will call you when you're allowed to come in. And I was like, okay, sounds good. We were sitting there for another hour. Just in my friend's car, sitting there waiting for her to call. And I was like going through TikToks like fucking oh god. Ew, just shaking, sweating, shitting, crying. Oh god. It was so nerve-wracking. It was horrible. And so finally at like 1:30, she calls us in. And I was like, finally, holy shit. So we go in, and she's like, okay, do you have your consent form? Because I had to sign a consent form saying I understood what was happening, etc., etc. And I did before we got there. I printed it out, signed it, great, whatever. So I handed it to her, and then she was like, if you could both follow me, I'll drop you off in Dr. Wolf's, that was his name, Dr. Wolf's office, and he'll talk to you about it. And so, well, actually, no. She had me pee in a cup. She asked me if I was on testosterone, which was really funny to me because I am not. So the fact that she asked was kind of yeah, Dr. It's, so I pee in a cup. I come out of the bathroom after peeing in a cup, and she hands me back half of my consent forms. I assume she copied it or whatever, and or maybe she handed them to my friend. It doesn't matter. I get half the sheets back. They end up in my friend's possession. I do not have them. And we go back into the office together. And so he, at the speed of fucking light, goes through everything that they'll do. And I'm sitting there. And I mean, like, he's saying things and he's answering questions, but he would talk so fast, and this was a continuous issue. So he's blasting through and, is like, yeah, you won't get any external drainage tubes, blah, 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 whatever. Because that's a part of top surgery, if you've ever looked into it. There's, like, drainage involved. So, I know, it was awful. So he goes through everything. He answers a few questions like, am I allowed to lift my arms? Am I allowed to sleep on, my stomach, etc., etc.? Do I have to sleep only on my back? Blah, blah, blah. And he's like, okay, do you have any questions? And I was like, nope, I think you answered everything. And my friend was like, nope, you answered everything. And we all got up. My friend went out into the lobby. Surgery was estimated to take 3 hours. I looked at so he was like, okay, what I need you to do is I need you to, he, again, very fast, but multiple times. So I remembered, but that was only because he did it more than once. If he had done it fast once, I probably would have lost my mind. The tubes, I will get there. I will get there momentarily. Because the way he did tubes was different. So it's not the same every time. So it might be better if you do it the way I did. But I'm not sure. So, because he pulled out the tubes and then the sack where the drainage would go. And was like, we don't use this unless you want to, but I doubt you do. And I was like, I don't know what the difference is. So, whatever. So, because I didn't know how he did it. He just said no drainage tubes, and I was like, sounds cool. So, which was a lie, but not really. They weren't, okay, I'll get there. So, he has me do a bunch of stuff. He has me put on, like, a thing, like a scrubs or fucking whatever those are. And, has me take off my shoes and put on weird little slipper thingies. And gown, that's the one, thank you. And says to leave it on untied. Probably just for my own comfort. I would wear it around while we moved. Amongst the office. And so he was like, okay, do all this stuff and then open the door when you're done. And I was like, okay, sounds good. So I get all of it done, pop open the door, and he was like, you get a 100%. Not everybody opens the door after, so they only get 95%, blah, 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 blah. And he's talking to me and blah, blah, blah. And he's going so fast, and I'm like, oh, none of this is relevant. Please shut up and just do the surgery. Please, for the love of God. I wasn't as anxious at this point because I was in the office, and I was like, okay, we're doing it. We're there. And thank God from here, I was doing too much for me to have any time to be anxious. So he marks where I will be killed, and takes pictures of like before, and I assume he took after, maybe, I don't know. Doesn't matter, who cares? So he was weirdly respectful in that regard. Like, he was like, if you could pop down your gown so I can see your chest for a picture, and then as soon as I'm done, pop it back up. And I wasn't, like, uncomfortable with him seeing my chest because I was there to get it off. And I figured, dude, you're gonna be seeing it when I'm dead anyway, like down and out, so who cares? But he was really respectful about whether or not I wanted to be, like, ogled or oogled or whatever. So we get done with that. They bring in the anesthesiologist, and this was the most pleasant woman at the office. I loved her so much. She was the only one I gave a shit about. I don't even remember her name, but she was my favorite. She goes through the anesthesia stuff. I sign a consent form saying I can go under, and she takes me to the surgery location, and I'm like, okay, great, we're doing it. And so they have me lay as if I am being crucified. And I may as well have been. And this third person comes in, and she's brand new, haven't met her yet. And she's just like, I'll be helping. I didn't like her either. So whatever. So she's like helping, and they put the, IV in, and so when I was doing the anesthesia, it was 1:40-ish around the time they had started getting me out. Or getting me in there. I wake up and come to enough to read the time, and it is 6:15, possibly 6:30. So 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 5 hours ish. Maybe more. They said it would take 3. I get that I'm a triple D or whatever, but I told my family that I would be gone I told my mom, I was like, 12:30, they moved the surgery to 12:30. I neglected to text her that they were running late. That was partially my bad. It literally wouldn't have mattered because they went so much longer over. So my family is like frantically texting my mom, or my friend. So my family's like frantically texting my friend. They're like, is everything okay? It's like 6 p.m. It's fucking dark outside. What is going on? So I come to, they give me treats. They wheel me out, and by treats I mean it was like the dressings and shit that I possibly needed, and like shit to sleep on, because they slapped me in this great compression vest that I'm still wearing to this day, and sent me on my way. And I sit in a lake house and was insanely bored for 5 days. On the 5th day is post-op. Now, I left out that during the, like, marking the incisions and stuff, he was weirdly touchy. Not in a weird way, but in like he's very comfortable with physical touch. I am very not. Like, he was like touching my shoulders and moving me in the way he wanted me to stand. I hated that, personally. It was awful. To be honest. Generally terrible. And he continued this. Again, not in a weird way, because he's literally a doctor and he does this for a living, but, dude, let's keep that shit to a minimum, shall we? I think, yeah. So, post-op happens, we're expected to be there at 8, so we show up at 8, and they let us in, thank God, at 8. And it's Saturday, so there's very few people in, and they probably, you know, everyone's off, because it's the weekend. So, I go in to a completely separate room from the 2 rooms I'd been in the office, I'd been in the place where they marked the incisions, and then the surgery room. This one, completely separate room. This was a very small building. It was very cramped, and But so, I go into the post-op room, I guess, and he, talks about what I'll need to do after, and he said, at the original appointment, I will take the compression vest off. I remember this. That is what he said. At the post-op. And I was like, thank God, I hate this thing. Super hard to sleep in, really shitty to move in, fucking awful. He said he'd take it off. He neglected to mention that he would be putting it back on at the end of the post-op appointment. So, he unzips it, but doesn't take it off of my arms. I had tried to get it off. But he was like, no, don't do that. And I was like, oh, okay. And he was like, I would have done the same thing too if I didn't know what was happening. And I was like, thank you for easing my embarrassment. So he redoes all of the dressings and stuff and teaches me how to do it while he's doing it. And he's telling weird stories from like when other people were there, and he was, oh my God. There was one where he was talking about this one guy's mom who was there with him during post-op. I assume to learn the dressings and stuff. I didn't let my friend back there. I didn't want him back there, to be honest. It was, you know. I figured it would be... Basically, the reason my friend was there was to make sure I got to and from the lake house safely. Or the place I was staying. He also paid for everything. Thank you so much. I'm very poor. The surgery was very expensive. But he wasn't there for any, like, active, like, medical assistance, you know? I felt like I could handle it. So, he does all the dressings, and he pushes out majority of the drainage. And it sucked so bad. Ugh, it was just a very unpleasant feeling. Because he was basically just smushing where my boobs were. It was very ick. But I understood why he was doing it. He was getting most of it out, and if he didn't do it then, I would have to do it at home, and I don't think I would have done it as well, as he had done. And I was, like, squirming because I was uncomfortable, and he was like, am I hurting you? And I was like, no, I am just uncomfortable. And he said something that I thought was interesting. And he was like, some people would say that that is pain. And I was like, no, that discomfort and pain for me are different, but for some people it's the same. And I think about that sometimes. Not that it's a very interesting thing to think about, but I think about it anyway. Anyway, so he does all that and then zips me back up. And the way he got me sitting back up was he took my arm and just pulled me up. It was really weird. And he was like, okay, I will zip yourself up. Fucking, well, he zipped me up and then he did everything. And he was like, okay, put your shirt on and, you can be on your way. And I was like, okay, great. So during the redressing part, he ended up talking about two people. One of them was the mom, and the mom was like, and the Dr. Wolf was like, haha, if you don't put enough bandages or whatever the hell they are on top of the nipple graft, because they cut the nipple off and then put it someplace else. They make it smaller and more manly. Because I guess there's a difference. So if you want the nipple graft to stay on and not fall off, you have to put a bunch of bandages on. So after he had said this as a joke, the mom started counting how many he was putting on, which I think is fair. I did the same thing, but after. I just counted how many were on. Like, I didn't count while he was putting it on there. I just counted after the fact. And that's how many I've been putting on because, why would you say that my nipple can fall off? Why would you tell me that? Seems kind of, weird, but whatever. So he gave me a mirror. I don't think, okay, hold on. Shh, shh, shh. It's okay, shh. I don't think it can actually do that. Not something you want to hear from your doctor, certainly. But, it's probably unlikely. So anyway, he gives me a mirror and has me look at the tubes. Because instead of having, I don't know how the actual original tubes work, but they look mostly external, and you get the drainage from, and you have like a sac that you have externally. Instead of having that, he inserted tubes in to my chest and had them stick out a little bit, and that's where the drainage came from. So I had like pads that like absorbed the drainage. And it was nasty, but you know, whatever. So he had like a stitch that kept them in place and was like, if what in 9 days from the post-op, you cut the stitch, or you were supposed to have somebody else cut the stitch, but I'll get there in a minute. So you cut the stitch and then pull it out. I did that. Ugh. So I was, oh god, that's really bad. Thank you, driving instructor. I guess. Oh my god. I do not remember the notes from Michael Jackson, but huh? But so the second person he talked about during the post-op is he, with scissors, was pointing out the stitch that kept the drainage tube in place. And he was like, yeah, so when I pointed out the drainage tube to this other patient, I accidentally cut the stitch. And I was like, then why are the scissors so close to the stitch? Please get those away from there. If it's not supposed to be cut right now, get those away from there. Stop that. I'm sure it was fine. I assume you would just have to be really careful, otherwise it would, I assume, slip out prematurely, which is not good, I assume. But the scissors were so close. No, Dr. Wolf, get those away from there. But he didn't cut my stitches, thank God. Instead, I cut my own stitches 9 days later. Yeah, real great. And it was weird because I had to try really hard to cut the stitches. It was very difficult, but my hands are in different spots than his hands in relation to my body. So, fair enough. So, 9 days passes, and I'm like, yes! It's tube day! It was 4 days ago. We're getting really close to the present here. 4 days ago was tube day. The tubes were itchy, they were annoying, the stitches, if you moved right, they kind of like tugged on the skin. It fucking sucked ass to have the tubes in. I hated the tubes. They sucked cock. But so I was like, okay, it's tube day. He said it wasn't gonna hurt. He said that about surgery too, but I woke up and it hurt like a son of a bitch. I was like, okay, it's tube day. It's not gonna be that bad, whatever. So on one side, on my left side, it was so much easier to get the stitch cut. I cut the stitch, and I had convinced myself to make it easier and more manageable for me to be able to pull this tube out. I was like, it'll only be about this long. It'll be like, and that'll be it. No, it was not. It was like this long. So I was doing like the magic trick, like the handkerchief magic trick, but with my body. I was like, oh. It was real good. Good stuff. But he was right. It didn't hurt. It was fine. The tube is out without any issues. Great. We literally love to see it. Now, the other side, unfortunately, the stitch was in a more problematic location, and because I'm right-handed, it was really hard to get the scissors back there. And my mom is blood phobic. She doesn't like gore, blah blah, whatever. She's not medical. And I had come home after surgery and told her, hey mom, I'm supposed to take the tubes out. Somebody else needs to do it in 9 days. And she was like, okay. And like maybe a few hours later, she had asked me, who would you prefer to do it? And I was, it's my dad. I don't really want my dad near me. I don't have that kind of relationship with my dad. So, no. That was not happening. So I was like, I would rather you do it. And she was like, of course. Because she made such a big deal out of not wanting to do it, I was like, fine, I'll do it myself. And so I did. I did half of it myself. And then, upon trying for like 10 minutes to get the stitch cut on the right side, I was like, forget it. I can't do this. I'm going out to ask my mom for help. It was like 8:30 in the morning. I was like, fucking forget it. So I go out there and I'm like, Mom, it's tube day. I need you to cut one stitch and then you can piss off. And she was like, oh my God. Okay, fine. And I was like, I love feeling assisted and helped. And I'm glad she wants to. This is real cool. So she cuts the stitch and then is like, okay, I have to go before you pull it out. And I was like, okay. So she shuts the door and I pull the tube out and that was it. But God, at least pretend. But whatever. So that's where we are now. It's been 4 days it's been a little rough, like where the tubes were bleeds a little bit, but that's only because it was literally held open by tubes. And didn't get to heal in the same way all the other incisions did. So now it's waiting for those to close up, healing very well. It's gotten a lot more comfortable to sleep lately, which is awesome. And then I have the rest of this week, so Friday, Saturday, Sunday. And then next week. And then I can take the vest off. I'm so excited. Yes! Yes! Get it off! Wow! I hate the vest so much, if you couldn't tell. Just absolutely awful stuff. Dr. Wolf actually offered to set up an appointment for him to pull out the tubes, which I thought was funny, because it would have been a 2.5-hour drive for me to go over there, have him take scissors, cut the stitch, and then pull it out. So funny. But Yahoo, indeed. I'm so glad it's almost over, because it hasn't really set in that I've gotten top surgery yet. Like, yeah, I look at and do dressings for the, like, incisions and stuff, so I've seen it. I know what it looks like. I'm familiar. But it hasn't set in, you know what I mean? It's weird, because the compression vest is worse than a binder. I hated wearing binders, so I just didn't do it. So I didn't pass very well, but, whatever. I get to decide the speed at which I pass, basically. And so it just feels like a binder, deluxe. So it hasn't, I haven't hit that point where it's like, oh, hot guy summer! Yeah! I'd like to. It'd be really cool if I got euphoric, but we haven't hit that point yet. I hope we do. That'd be cool. But we're almost done. And then I have, 2 more weeks after that where I get to, fuck off and not work, which is awesome. And I hate working. I've given myself projects to do while I'm off work. Cuz this week was spring break for school. So I haven't had anything to do. Spring break, haven't had anything to do. And I was like, yeah, let's find shit to do. So I gave myself the graphics upgrade for my Twitch, which is certainly going. But a band I really like dropped a documentary a couple days ago, and I watched it, and it was so fucking good. So I was like, you know what? I want to make a documentary now, which is very quirky, I think. Because God, why? Why would you want to make a documentary? That's so goofy. But now I'm dragging my sister into into doing a documentary about our job, which I'm really excited about. I mean, we're doing it about our job. The place I work, it's just a pizza place, but we probably, if we sat down and talked about it, we probably could have found a better and more interesting topic. Oops. But I am really excited about it, because I have a lot of the tools to do so. Like, I have a camera, I have editing software, I have a microphone, not one that would fit into my camera, but I could get one that fits into my camera. I just think it'd be cool. And I like projects, I like stuff to do. I actually have notes. For, interview questions that I could ask my coworkers. Just because I think I don't do anything, like, socially, and I think it would push, me, socially, into, doing other stuff. I'm sorry, I forgot what I was saying. Socially, I'm not, again, I am inept. I don't have very many friends in real life. A lot of my, friends are online. Like, literally 99% of them. Some of them I used to talk to in real life, but they moved, so now they're online, which is fun. But yeah, I don't know. I don't do a whole lot. I'd like to, so a documentary kind of pushes those boundaries, and I think it'd be cool, fun, sexy, and neat. If I gave myself something to do that would, push me in a new, cool way. But, you know, I don't know how far we'll actually end up getting. Because, I've dropped plenty of projects. Like, my friend and I tried to make a podcast once. That was really fun, actually. It's probably still up on YouTube. But it was called Eavesdroppers, and we did it back when we were in high school. We did, the premise of the podcast, because that's what white dudes do, is they start podcasts, and that's what we were, are. And the premise was, we like overheard shit in like passing, and then we made shit up, or like we discussed what the context could possibly be in regards to the things that we heard. And so, you know, it was a fun thing that we did. And doing a podcast was really fun, but and they were basically, yeah, we were so fucking funny. I don't know that I would find it funny now, but I know we've done some other shit together that I still like. We also did a series on, we were big into like content stuff. We recorded a lot of us playing video games together, but then never got around to editing the footage. So we did a playthrough for a game called The Cinderella Phenomenon, which was a shitty dating sim. I love shitty dating sims. They're so fun to play because they're so bad. And I love that. I love a good shitty dating sim, you know? So I was really excited. But the those are still up. I could give you those because I have my YouTube channel or whatever that I tried to do. And I was really consistent about for a hot minute there. I could do a gradient. Yeah, we did a lot of shit like that. And it was, you know, fun, quirky and cool. But it never really went anywhere. I don't remember why I was talking about this. Documentary and projects lost to time, yeah. Because I never finished editing the podcast. My friend said he would do some and then never did, but I'm not blaming him for the death of eavesdroppers, but because he said he would do some editing, I lost interest in doing any editing because he didn't get it done fast enough for me to keep interest, you know what I mean? And then we stopped recording episodes pretty quickly after we stopped editing. So and then the Cinderella Phenomenon, I ended up dropping that one because I didn't I guess have the motivation. I edited like three or four episodes in I don't want to say a sitting, but like it was something like that. So I posted like daily for a hot second there. And then I ended up stopping. Yeah, I don't know. I think it'll be cool. God, I keep getting distracted. Sorry. The point is that I think the documentary will be cool. I want to do the documentary. I just don't know for how long I'll keep up the motivation to do so. I hope talking about talking about it will make it more real, I guess, so to speak. Because the more real something is, the more obligated I'll feel to do it, hypothetically. But you know, who knows? What'll actually happen. Oh wait, dumbass. It's clipping group. Fine. Jade. How do we feel about that? I don't know how I feel about the text flavor. Hold on. Thank you. Text harmony. Harmony test? No. How to test font harmony. Aha! Font test. Oh, it's literally a font test. I don't know. Because they can't all be like that, because the notes, they are different. And they're not all an arcade cabinet. And I get... Okay. I only did one. It'd probably be in red. Is that me? No. I there's this podcast that I used to listen to, The Adventure Zone. He took a Vocaloid and put that into some of his music for the podcast. My bad. I did not mean to mislead you in this way. Okay, so here's the problem that I'm having. Right? Is that I am allowed to have negative space in these panels, right? The problem is that I can't assume that everybody uses dark mode. You know what I mean? I can't put white text directly on to the background, because it'll look fine for me, because I use dark mode. But there's some freaks out there who use light mode Twitch, and you know. So this is an issue, graphically. The text? Probably. Dark mode is awesome. And anybody who uses light mode is insane. But we've got to account for the insane people. We got to be nice. Because I could just get rid of that. That didn't go very well here, but you get it. I could just get rid of it. Because I think I don't like the constraints. pre-color it dark? I'm not sure what you mean. I like we made the background gray? Or I need to declip. There we go. Yeah, and that's kind of what I tried to do like with this. But I tried to make it an intriguing background. So where's the text? Yes, I can. But that's the trouble, is that I don't think I want to. Okay. We're thinking, it's happening. We might be onto something here. Hold on. I don't know if I'd want to include this or not. So I could kind of do like a little bubble and have the graphics sit outside of it a little bit. So it would still take up the same amount of space, but some of it would just be gone. Yeah, like a little thought bubble or whatever. I just don't know that that would be particularly relevant to the theme, but I guess it doesn't matter. It's my theme. I get to decide the speed at which things are relevant. Because we don't want it to be like too different, which is kind of why I was concerned with the what was it? The cabinet, like the cabinet background. Because I just want the joystick. I don't really care about anything else. But then we would have, I think this concept would work. Let me... So it has that neon look to it. And it glows. Oops. Okay. I like that logic. I love rationalizing. That's so good. Oh. It's been so long! Happy 905, everybody! Ugh. Been far too long. I've missed you, 905. Okay, I think we can get rid of the players, to be honest. Oops, not that one. My bad, excuse me. Thank you for your happy 905 as well. You kind of go for like a 5Z kind of like a gradient on the text as well. Or maybe it'd go on the bottom. Thank you for your happy 905 as well. What up? What about? Maybe a little bit of... Oh, it's... it's just an alarm I have on my phone. So every time it comes on, we all say happy 905. It doesn't mean anything, to be honest. This one. Just a little bit. Maybe I should add buttons. You know? Ew, why are you using watercolor? It's disgusting. So then it kinda... There's still like negative space, but it's like... more used, I guess. Maybe a little bit less rounded corner. Hello? Oh. Oops, still selected. My bad. Not an instant improvement. I guess the text wouldn't necessarily have to be blue, would it? Because I think purple is my theme color, so maybe we want to stick with that. Or do we? Because, like... better. I didn't do purple for my offline screen. Lots of storming happening before your very eyes. Yeah, so who knows? And I guess it could change each thing. This is a toughie. Oops. Stop. Those are for... Oh, Jesus. Can you... Thank you, Jesus. Okay, and then like a lighter purple. Doesn't really look like neon, but you get the idea. Because then, if we did joysticks and buttons, I would have to come up with a completely different one for chat rules. Like a different item. Because, like, in the notes, I said that for, like, the different panels or whatever, like, the schedule panel will have, like, a little picture of, like, tickets. Like, the tickets you get from winning games or whatever. Oh, thank you. I'm limited in ideas. Because so far I have buttons and then joysticks, but we're combining those into one idea. The insert coin thing on arcade machines. Coins or tokens. So like a little stack. The tickets, and then I was gonna do prizes, so like little slappy hands. The finger trap thing. Candy. Like a little pile of prizes or whatever. The claw machine grabber thing. Something to do with skee-ball was one of my ideas, and then something to do with pinball was another. And I had an idea for like the car game, but I literally don't know what it would be. It'd be like a wheel. But I guess I could bring that idea back. Because a lot of these already have things assigned to them. Oh, hi, pencil. Can change my notes. Okay, so about me, joysticks, and button. Cross buttons off. What's another arcade thing? I don't know, the wheel thing I think it'd be hard to do. I could But I probably have to do that with something different. Oh, shoot. I forgot I was gonna add a new panel for my throne list. Damn. I feel... How many panels is too many? Because the panels I have now, I got rid of a couple. I think I ended up getting rid of my, I think I had an Itch.io panel. And a... I fucking forget it. I know I had a couple more. Linktree, because I think I also had one for my Itch.io for a second there. Because I run a server or whatever, and we did a zine or whatever together. And I think I had one for that too, and I know I had one for my normal YouTube channel as well. I don't have one for TikTok. I guess I could just do one for everything I have on my Linktree. But then I could just do one for my Linktree. But then how many people are willing to click on your Linktree and then click on a separate link that leads to someplace else? A lot of people like clicking once and then just being there. Congrats on your shift, Boyardee. I am just talking. I'm trying to figure out what... So, in the sacred text, I'm trying to figure out, because I combined the joystick and button idea into one, so the About Me panel. Unfortunately, that means my chat rules panel is without a object that's arcade themed. So I was trying to think of more arcade themed things. But I don't know. Because then I realized that I might need more panels, or people might enjoy more panels. So the sacred texts are wrong. So let me... I need like a new sheet of paper. I've written so much on here. And it's like some bullshit for one of my classes. A few little guys? Who are the little guys? Oh hey, the paper from the last stream. I didn't use it all. Don't look at that. Beautiful, beautiful. Okay, this will be cleaner, I think. Video gameman? I think I'd probably like to avoid associating with any one specific game. Because that was kind of what I did with Galaga, but I'm trying to move away from that a little bit, because it was ugly, mostly. Not saying that your video game man idea would be ugly. But I don't want to associate with any one specific game. Okay, let me... Linktree, come back. Thank you. So I do not need a Twitch panel. They will already be on Twitch. Let me... Okay. Where's my... Just... There we go. Okay, so we've got... the About Me panel. About Me. I'm sorry, I didn't mean it. Okay, about me. Cat. Rules. Schedule. Twitter. Discord. Info. Coffee. Instagram, which I never use. But it's there anyway. Stream. YouTube. Wormhole. YouTube. Okay. TikTok. Which I also never use. But we don't have to talk about it. I could put my Itch.io back on there. Throne. Itch.io question mark. I also have my Letterboxd on my link tree, but I don't think anybody gives a shit about that. Okay, so I've written down all of the panels that I think I'd like to have. So I'm back to my shitty sheet of paper. Well, my About Me panel is already decided, so hold on. Joystick plus buttons. Do you think snacks would be weird? A nice arcade meal, perhaps? I don't know. This is hard. I didn't think this through at all. I wish I hadn't started already. The snacks? Perhaps snacks. Okay, I'm writing down snacks. I'm bringing back the wheel game. Okay. Arcade. I'm just gonna Google arcade and see what happens. We'll find out. Air hockey. Okay, okay. Question mark. The basketball games. I could do this. Wheel. Fucking, they have the... Fucking... You know, the... Motorcycle! God! They also have the gun games. I will write down gun, but tentatively, because that could be weird. Gun, question mark. I love you basketball game, fucking, gun game. Fucking, Dance Dance Revolution? Oh my god. DDR? Question mark, because that's like a specific game. I could just do like little arrows. Because there's more than one dancing game. What if I did like... I don't know how like often you see like a Guitar Hero arcade cabinet, but I've seen a couple. Skee-Ball is on there already. Minecraft? What are you doing here in the arcade? This is hard. The more I think about it, the more I'm starting to do like games and well, not games, but like things that only exist in like other types of entertainment facilities. Like the only arcade we have around here, it's in a bowling alley. But then so bowling I think of, and then in what is it? Chuck E. Cheese. There's like fucking ball pits and shit. And then the little kiddie area where it's like the fucking little train that you sit in. There used to be this really what was it? A rhythm game? What do those look like? There used to be like a little squeaky hammer game, but that's not universal. At the Chuck E. Cheese, specifically. There was one where you kicked a soccer ball. That one was really hard for some reason. Because it was very contained. Do-do-do-do. Sure, take your time. A speaker, maybe? No. I mean, I guess there's music or whatever. Do 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 do. Do do do. Do do do. Not the Disneyland Paris arcade. God, that's so funny. There's a Capcom home arcade and it's just like a fucking like a joystick and then the buttons, but it's shaped like the Capcom logo. What a weird thing. Okay, I'm snapping. I'm putting the Guitar Hero question mark? Guitar Hero arcade machine. This shit fucked. I loved playing this. I played it exactly once, but it was a good time nonetheless. I'm really bad at it, but you know. Whatever. It's none of your business. I played like 7 times. Because my dad was like, here, have the card. Fucking figure it out. And I was like, yeah! Found one game. I'm personally, I don't know if you noticed, big fan of Galaga. Considering I made my entire Twitch theme based on Galaga for a hot minute there, but the newer ones suck. Oh, what the f- I've never seen that before. The rhythm game? That's weird. I want to play now. Okay, now I gotta Google it. Aha. Fucking disgusting, dirty Osu players probably play it. I do like it. Oh my god. Yeah, that does sound really fun. Okay. Videos. Who knows? Hopefully both. Both sound pretty cool. Okay, fucking disgusting. But yeah, it's arcade. Not the gloves. Oh my god. This is just Osu. Someone do something. I love people that get super competitive about their games, you know what I'm saying? It's so much fun. No, it looks really fun. I'm a dirty Osu player, so I say it with love. I want to see someone be a freak at it. Huh? Oh, I don't know. That just happens sometimes. I don't think there's anything wrong with it. A fishing game? We might be onto something here. We might be onto something. Let me write that down. I'm jotting it down. Fishing. Okay. So now we have a moderate amount of ideas. I'll watch more people play the rhythm game later. Inevitably. As a rhythm game geek. Um. Okay, so we've got okay, so chat rules. Be the this is really hard. Someone do something. I should have just done emotes and moved the fuck on. But no. I have to rebrand. That. Okay, so. Sorry you're witnessing it all live. That's very unfortunate for you. Not that I've gotten fucking anything done. What a stream, really. What? Whew. Very entertaining for you. Just me sitting here brainstorming. Okay. Chat rules, buttons, and joysticks. I'm sorry, no, that's about me. Excuse me, I misspoke. It is about me. Thank you. I'm glad you think so. This is going a lot better than I thought it would. I really didn't want to stream today. But I'm having a nice time with you. I love you. Basically. So jot that down. I think 12-hour streams that often was just bad for me. So I think I'll probably just start streaming at 11. I'm sorry, not 11. Not at 11. At 7 like a normal fucking person. Despite it not being 4 days a week like I miss very deeply. Or 5 sometimes when I felt like doing it on Sunday. Okay, I have to, like, categorize here. So, the insert coins is normal, tickets, prizes. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3. Thank you. I appreciate it. It was fun for a while. I just think I burnt myself out on it. So then I got, like, weirdly insecure in a way I had never felt before. It was really weird. I think it's just, I don't know. I'm on the alpha grind set. I needed to constantly be, you know, I don't know. I just liked streaming a lot, like, during the week, and so when it was taken away, I felt like a shitty streamer for not being there all the time and having to change my schedule. So I made up for it by streaming too much, in a way that was a burden on myself. So that was a piss poor idea. But I figured it out. It's fine. I will stream as much as I want to. Sorry. And in the summer, we're gonna go back to the normal schedule anyway. So it all works out. We're almost there. The semester's almost over. I'll probably end up going back to it in the fall, which really, really sucks. Unless I get all online like classes, which I pray. But thank you, Nora. I enjoy you being here as well. Okay, so chat rules. Tickets. No. Not tickets. Tokens. Tokens is eraser. tokens. Chat rules will be tokens. Then schedule can be tickets. I think coffee being the insert coin thing is really funny. Because you're giving me money. I think it's relevant, so that's, you know, we'll do that. So let me cross these off. So we did joysticks and buttons, we did the insert coin, we did coins, we did tickets. So now prizes can be Twitter. The claw machine can be Discord. Snack? Can be the commission one. Or should prizes be thrown? I'm gonna make prizes thrown, because that's funnier. Prizes starts with a P. Just so everybody knows, it does not start with a B. It starts with a P. Just a reminder. Sometimes writing is hard. Twitter can be... You know what? Twitter will be snacks. And then commission info can be something else. Okay. So now all we have left, we did the claw. Let me cross that out. Claw, we did prizes, we did tickets, we did claw. Okay. Arcade carpet isn't even relevant anymore. I don't know why it's still there. Okay, so we got skee ball. An arcade classic. I'm gonna do DDR for commission info. Cause I like it. Skee ball can be TikTok. Wait, no. Pinball can be TikTok. Guitar Hero will be normal YouTube. Air hockey. Actually, you know what? Itch.io will be Guitar Hero. And then YouTube will be basketball game. Okay. Is that too many panels, do you think? Okay, whatever. So, I think we're good. And then I'll do little stars next to the ones that are bigger. Have actual text in them. So there's that. Okay. I don't even know what else I'd link down there. It already feels like so much. I used to have a Curious Cat, but then Curious Cat like died or something, but then it came back? I don't know what happened to Curious Cat. Curious Cat was one of my worst ideas. It was real rough. But anyway, okay. We'll move some of our other notes onto onto this piece of paper. Loading scene. Oh. Good thing I deleted my account. Jesus. Because I remember someone saying some like weird shit about it, and it was like, you should probably delete your account if you had one, and I was like, or like disconnect your Twitter or whatever. And I was like, okay, so I did. But you know, that's concerning. Booting up in scene. Pause. Oh my god. You want to know what would be really funny? So I'm redoing my in between things as well. So I think I showed you earlier, like the be right back screen, the see you later screen. So so what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna keep the overlay the whole time. So the overlay will always be there. But when it's like loading and stuff, the so like when the stream is like sitting there like waiting to start, it'll be like a loading ... screen. But then when it's 5 minutes out, like I normally do, it'll be booting up in, and then it'll have the timer. And then the pause one. So that'll be right back, so it'll be paused. It'd be really funny if I like made a screen or whatever, that looks like, I'm there or whatever, and I actually paused it, so I'm like in the middle of saying something, or doing something, and it's like paused in like a really funny spot. Oh my god, that's so good. I'm gonna do that. I just don't know what I'd be doing. I could also do like really stupid chats in the corner. Oh my god, I'm really hilarious. I'm so funny. Oh my god. Thank you, thank you. I'm glad you agree. God. Yes, yes, it's happening. Okay, so pause screen. Pause scene, and then my game over screen. And then it'll have like a little play again thing. So I think that's cute. I think I can animate those, because I know people have animated overlays, so I'm pretty sure you can make them GIFs. So that's good. It'll be minimal animation for those anyway. It'll be like the flashing, and that'll be it. So that'll be good. Minimal. We love the least amount of work we need to do, even though I'm making this way more complicated than it needs to be. Fucking notes, dude. What the panels. Fucking scenes. Emotes. I need to check my emotes. Creator dashboard. Then we've got viewer rewards. Emotes. Beautiful. So, all of my emotes should now be under... my tier 1. So I don't have any more tier 1 slots. I have follower emotes. So I have 5 follower emote slots and then 2 animated emote slots. Hassan, a streamer I like, has this this one where he's like slamming on his chair. It's called Haslam. Haslam. I don't know how I read it, but it's hard to pronounce. You know what I mean? Do you have any words like that? I do it a lot. Where I have a word that I can read, but I can't say it because it's virtually impossible to say it in the way that I pronounce it in my head. I think that's probably because I don't pronounce it in my head. I just see it and comprehend what it means, but it doesn't have any like active pronunciation. Is that just me? Is that a mentally ill thing, do you think? That'd be, you know, I may be a little mentally ill as a trait. Okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Follower is Lee. Oh no. Mine is the really bad one is of course I have to pronounce it to get the point across. Degradation. You know, degradation. Degradation. That doesn't sound right. Degradation doesn't sound great either. Like, what? Ugh, what an awful word. Someone do something. Talking Fest is rough, I think. I'm pretty bad, but only during certain circumstances. I think I have to be like really excited. It's so bad. Degradation. I hate it. So in my brain, seeing the word, it's like, there it is. There's the word. Blah. Disgusting. Hate it here. Oh my god. Blue's Clues pronoun pins. Someone do something. I'm on Twitter. Get off Twitter. Oops. Sorry. Let me just retweet this really quick. I'm gonna post it in my Discord because I think it's really cute. Yeah, I fucking hate the he him one, so I'm killing myself, but it's fine. I love you, Blue's Clues pronoun pins. Ugh. Okay. So anyway. Eve's periwinkle. Oh my god. Sorry. Focus. My emotes. That's what we're doing. We were doing my emotes. Okay. Follower emotes. Yeah, he him kind of ugly. Sorry, he him. You did your best. I think that's Sprinkles. It's the wink. I want to be blue so bad. Someone do something. If they were interchangeable, that'd be cool. I love she, they. I fucking love the green dog. I forget the green dog's name. Hold on. Probably like fucking green or something. Green dog. Oh my god. Her name is literally green. Oh no, someone do something. Her name is Green Puppy. She's so cute. I love you, green doggy. She's like a bulldog. Fucking ugh. I love the Blue's Clues lore. Someone do something. I think there's a fucking orange dog too, but I don't remember. Yeah, green dog is so good. Ah! Characters. I fucking love Periwinkle though. Literally, don't look at me. Orange Kitten, that's the one. Orange Kitten's in the same episode as Green Puppy. I mean, I'm sure they're in, like, more episodes together. But I only remember seeing one. Purple Kangaroo as well, of course, of course. Lest we fucking forget. Gender, male, female. So that's good. We love that. Oh no, not the Wikipedia article saying he, she the entire time. Someone do something. Anyway. Enough about fucking Blue's Clues. Or maybe not. I love Blue's Clues. For real. Okay. Sorry. Kitty. Okay, I really need to get off Twitter. Yeah. I always think about it because I want to see all the episodes. But I will not do that. Because I'm lazy. Okay. So, follower emotes, and then we've got animated emotes. Okay. So, 2 animated emotes, 5. Okay. 1, 2. So, we wanted a jot that down emote. Or McKenna did, at least. And her opinion is very important to me. I love her dearly. So, let me get back to that tweet. Because I asked on Twitter what emotes I should do, and I got several responses. The problem with follower emotes is I think... Okay, follower emotes are a new free tier of emotes that let you grow your community by giving viewers more ways to... I think you can... only use them in my channel. But I don't know. Hold on. Maybe not. Maybe they got rid of that. Because I did a couple of emotes for a friend. And I think they were follower emotes, but I guess not. I hope you can use them anywhere. Because they'd kind of suck if you couldn't. Okay. I could move some of the ones that I have to the free slot. You know? Mm-hmm. Votes are hard. Damn. Because if they are on this channel only, they should probably be relevant to this channel. Maybe a 905 one. I'll just do emotes in general. Jot that down. Okay. Hype is one. I don't have any negative emotes. So I could do... Oh, hug is really cute. I want to do a hug one. It's over. It's literally over for me. Confused is good. Okay. If somebody do some... Oh my god, you're right. That's really good. Somebody do something? Okay. Okay, so then... So I filled all 5... the follower emotes. I might move the less relevant ones like Randy into the other one. Into the follower one. I don't know. Or I could do the relevant ones into the follower. I don't know. What do we want? Who's to say? Okay, I need one more animated emote. I just don't know what I would do. I think I forgot to eat dinner. I'm starving. Yeah, I had one meal. Oops. My bad. We did go grocery shopping though, so snack prospects are good. Perhaps I will. I'll be right back. Snack prospects, I lied, were very bad. I forgot that my parents are trying to eat healthy now. Disgusting. So, of course, eating healthy requires you to cook, so... And everything I want or feel like eating will not be available. But I did find this weird teeth thing, so I guess I'll eat that. It looks like yogurt. It's not. It's like eating the cream filling of something, but it's not. Or I mean, it tastes like that, but, you know, it's not the filling of something, you're just eating the cream. I also forgot a fork, so that's really cool. Yes. It's also hard to open, so that's really fun. This is embarrassing. Can you help me? Motherfucker. Got it. I fucking love Heath, just so everybody knows. Heath is awesome. And if you don't like Heath, that's fair. It's like it's like one of those candies where you like have to become an adult to see its potential. Heath is not a child candy. You know what I mean? The classic makeshift spoon out of the tinfoil. There you go. There's that. We also have fucking like Reese's versions of this. Now that I know that it doesn't taste like yogurt, I'm a little excited for that. If I get to it, of course. A lot of the time I don't get there in time. Like any dessert item that we have in the house, it's pretty much gone before I get there. Because I live with a 7-year-old, so... Weird. I could do an animated dance emote. But we don't do much dancing here. Now we're talking. Now we're fucking talking. The fucking floss or whatever. Do people even play Fortnite anymore? I feel like it kind of died. That's fair. I played like 3 or 4 times, but I sucked really bad at it, so I stopped. I got 1 kill. I was a very defensive player. And that in a battle royale game isn't a good... I mean, like, I hope you're having a nice time. I just haven't heard about it. It's a lot more fun with friends anyway, I think. Maybe I'm just not in the Fortnite space, you know? On Twitter or whatever. Because when it was really big, all of my classmates complained about it. Because it was like the cringy 12-year-old thing to do. So in high school, you know, all the high schoolers made fun of it or whatever. That was a weird dinner. And... but good. It was a good dinner. Now I have Heath stuck in my teeth. Bars. So. And that is so brave and sexy of you for saying that. I don't think I would. I hate multiplayer games. Everyone's so mean to each other. You know what I mean? Like, once you start playing on teams, your teams start being assholes. And I've even seen this reflected in, like, my friends. One friend who plays games with shitty people, so that mindset is, you know, he has it. He kind of like holds hands with it. Yeah, I don't. But my friend plays shit like Smite and League of Legends. With other people who also play Smite and League of Legends. So, games like those, and I'm not saying they're bad games, but their their fan base and players are just, yucky. Which sucks. Because if they're fun games, you'd hope you'd get to play with fun people, but unfortunately that's not how it works. Let me see if Quiet has an animated emote. I fucking love Quiet. Quiet does not have animated emotes. Someone do something. Who am I supposed to copy from? Thought there was a bug on me. Haha. Oh shoot. Was there another message? Quite? Yeah. Quite my beloved? This guy doesn't have one either. Apparently they're a rare breed. I guess Hassan is the only hope I have. Have a good one, Hassan. Oh, yeah. That's probably for the best. Oh, shit. Oh, wait, never mind. Oh, he has a wave emote! That's so cute. I like Quiet. When I found out he was bisexual, I was like, oh no, Quiet, I'm falling in love with you! Oh, to form parasocial relationships on the basis that they are bisexual and therefore sexier. He's funny though. Oh my god, it was the first time I had ever been like sniped in chat. Like when you're a bigger streamer, there's like a shit ton of chats. So when you're watching and you say something in chat and they manage to pick out your chat out of all of them. That was the first time I'd ever gotten sniped, and it was awesome. And it wasn't even that interesting of a thing that I had said. I had actually just used one of his commands because I was curious about what it was. He has a G Fuel command because he has like an ad thing with G Fuel. So if you use his code, you get 10% off your fucking G Fuel order or whatever. So I had used the G Fuel command to see what it was, and it was just a link to that. And he was like, that's right, fucking use your G Fuel coupon. And so I got really excited that he had noticed me, senpai, or fucking whatever. But I don't know, it's just really cool when big streamers read your chats like that, even if they're dumb. It's really fun. My condolences that you stopped watching, though. He's a fun, funky little guy. It really is too bad that he's a fucking VTuber. VTubers kind of freak me out. So. Oh my god. Fucking hold on. Look at this. Look at how simple and not complicated his fucking panels are. That could be me. Just a fucking little bitch gradient. Killing myself. For shame. They just move weird. I don't like it. I don't know. It's And some of them are just, you know, I don't know how to describe it. I read a tweet from an artist and they were like, hey, VTubers, don't ask for a commission in character. And I was like, in character? Huh? So I feel like there's too many layers there. Good save. I'm just kidding. Yeah, they freak me out. I have a friend who's a VTuber, but I can't do it. I gotta go. I have standards, so you know, what are you gonna do? So I hate the dance idea and I don't want to do a dance emote, so no dancing. I like the wave idea. I think it's cute. I will do the wave. Okay, I think I've brainstormed enough. I know, I'm very sorry. I think it'd be too many frames anyway. I don't think I could animate that, to be honest. I guess I could edit a video of myself doing a Fortnite dance and then shrink it down and make it an emote, but I don't really know. One, I don't know any Fortnite dances. Two, I don't know how to edit that, so. Eating that cream stuff was a fucking mistake. Because instead of being hungry, now I feel sick because I ate sugar. Do you ever get that? Like, if you don't eat for a while, or it's like the first thing you eat in the morning, and if it's really, really sugary, you feel sick? Maybe it's just me that gets that, but if I eat too much sugar on an empty stomach, it's bad. Nightmarish, really. Dun, 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 dun. Yeah, that happened to me for a while. I don't think I eat particularly fast in the morning, so I don't know if I ate first thing, it would be really bad. Because I take my sweet fucking time to get upstairs for breakfast. It's normally lunchtime. Like, I'll get up at 8 and then I just won't eat anything in the morning, and then I'll, like, eat lunch at like 11. Because the way my job works is we don't have a set lunch, like a set meal time, which is illegal. But whatever. So it's like we do prep work, and then at like 10:30 we make lunch and eat it before we open at 11. So, but my condolences about you getting nauseous easily. That really sucks. I get car sick, so it fucking blows. Like, I have to be driving the car for me to not get car sick. It's awful. Well, that's not true. I just live amongst a lot of shitty drivers. Like, my dad is a dog shit driver. Like, when I went to, driving school, it was, you were supposed to stop, but still be able to see their bumper, right? My dad stops and you can barely see their back headlights. I've started, like, when I'm in the passenger, like, when I'm in a car with him, and I notice we're getting really close to a car, I start trying to brake to get the car to slow down, because he's not braking. And we're getting centimeters away from the car, and I'm like, Dad, you should have started braking like 10 seconds ago. Brake, for the love of God, please. Holy shit. It's awful. Chatterino is really going through it right now. I'm sorry if I'm missing your messages. Holy fuck. That's rough. Ooh, I'm dropping frames. That's fun. Okay, I'm very clearly not going to do anything else, so I don't even know why I'm still live. So quirky. So, anyway, here, I'll put myself into camera mode like I should have literally an hour ago. So, anyway, thank you for being here and watching. I love you all very much. And I'm glad I realized that 12-hour streams were a bit excessive, especially with their frequency. So maybe we may have a little 11-hour stream as a treat, like every once in a while. Sunday, I'll probably go live at 7 p.m. as well. I don't feel like raiding anybody because I am ill now, so that's really fun. So, thank you everybody for being here. You are very welcome for stream. Have a good night. Bye-bye.